Hello Internet, welcome back to our Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead series. In the last episode we continued puttering around the lab. We checked out specifically a locked metal door. We had to jackhammer down the wall, which is of course a whole ordeal. We didn't find anything inside, which was very unfortunate. We're still on the hunt for some CBMs. We did spot one down the hallway, but it is just the LED tattoo, which is not something we're particularly interested in. We will inevitably pick that up though when we have the opportunity. For now, though, we are back in the game. I think we are going to head back to base in this episode. You'll see we are tired now. And I just think giving us a chance to go back to base, gather some additional supplies, take back the loot that we've already found, and just have a bit of a break from clearing the lab, I think would be good for, frankly, my mental health. I don't want to continue exploring this lab. I felt very undervalued in this lab. I feel like there's just not value here. I don't feel undervalued. The lab feels very undervalued. I don't see a lot of reason to be here. I feel like this has been to be perfectly frank, feels like it's been a waste of our time, but I don't like saying that because I feel like it's disrespectful to the people who work on the game. I'm not trying to say that there's no value here, it's just not anything I care about. So let's gather up anything we think is valuable, and we're just gonna haul this stuff back to base. We're gonna take a little bit of a break. We're gonna keep, I think, the shopping cart filled with what we want. We may drive out of the area to hit up some turrets for some bullets. I just don't see a huge reason for us to be down here. I'm not abandoning the lab. We will 100% come back, assuming we don't die somewhere. I just don't see value here. It feels like such a huge... I don't know a nice way to say it. It feels like I've wasted my time down here. No. So we can't even fit everything in our shopping cart. So what... Okay, remove the filter. I don't really want to pick through this one at a time. So let's just look for junk, I guess. Let's pull out anything that looks like junk. God, we're going to have to do this one at a time. So let's move the casings. Let's get something to talk about so we have something to talk. Oh, you know what? I have a story I can tell you while we do this so that it's a little less boring to watch. I definitely don't need more knives or half-filled cell phones so we can get rid of that stuff. Yeah, so I had what I would consider an experience with a ghost, Internet. I don't even believe in ghosts, but I can't really think of a reasonable explanation for what happened. So I work at a, well, I don't want to tell you where I work, but I make deliveries for a company overnight, and every day I call a little hotline and they say, oh, the supplies will be here at such and such time. So I head out there, and it's usually the middle of the night, usually between... On a really good night, it might be 1 a.m. On a bad night, it might be 5 a.m. And they just... terrible to us in general. They don't treat us very well, and they don't give us a lot of heads up when things are going to be changing. So I always head out there, and it's usually the wee hours of the morning. And where I go is a small warehouse. There are other companies that work out of this location. It's actually not small at all. It's quite a large area where there's a lot of storage warehouses. There's a lot of people keep cars there that they're going to be working on. It's not a junkyard, but they'll park RVs and big vehicles there that they're going to part out or try to sell, and it's just temporary storage for that kind of stuff. And companies have their supplies there. Obviously our company has our supplies there. Our product is there. It has a security system. There's a gate with a code that you put in, all that kind of stuff. So it's a big area that I go to every night. And I have a code to get in, so I go in, and I go through the rigmarole of getting my stuff. And unfortunately, there was no one there at this time. It was a little later. They'd come earlier, and I just didn't know it. So everyone had come and gotten their things and gone about their business. So I'm in this facility really by myself, and it's not in the middle of nowhere. It is kind of in not residential, but it's in an area with development. But there's no one there, and I got this really uncomfortable feeling like I was being watched, and it made me very nervous. Sometimes there are drunks or drug addicts will hang around on the street there, outside of the gated facility, and I was really uncomfortable. I was like, maybe someone is walking by, and I just got that thing in the back of your head that says, hey, somebody's looking at you right now. And I don't need the extra M4 now that I'm thinking about it, so we can pull that out as well. Pull this to here. No, why? Where are all the items? They're all right here. Why is it not showing all the items? To the north, it's only showing 4. Oh, because I'm scrolled down, of course. So let's find the M4 here and pull that out as well, because we don't need that extra M4. It does have bullets in it. Wait a minute. Did I swap M4s by mistake? No. So why didn't I take the magazine out of that bad boy? We definitely will take the magazine with us. No, that's my gun. No, reload. No. Unload the... Okay, stand on it. Unload the M4 on the ground. There we go. Unload what? Oh, is there bullets in the M203 as well? No. Where's the M203? It had a pop-up for both. Unload the M4. Unload the M203. 40 by 46 millimeter. What the heck? I didn't know we had another. Where's there an M203? Oh, is it on, like, is this a soldier zombie or something? Why is it not on our main pile? Oh, is it in the big pile? M203. M203. No, it's not in that pile. So where the heck is this gun? Look here. M203. It just doesn't say there's anything here. Is it in my cart? No, my cart is empty. Okay, you know, I don't care. That's fine. It really doesn't matter. It must be like a grenade launcher or something. It gave us a high explosive shell. HEDP, what is that? Low velocity, high explosive, dual purpose. That's what the DP stands for. It can penetrate 2 inches of steel armor and fragmentation of the projectile. Alright, I don't know where that gun is. That's fine. It's not in my inventory. I don't know where the gun came from. Okay, but let's move all this stuff. Hopefully it all fits now. Oh, it doesn't, of course. So we'll go ahead and shove what we can in there. What is left? Oh, it dumped. Oh, and I quick saved by accident. So it dumped it on that tile. Go ahead and move the basket. What are we leaving behind? Oh, just a ton of stuff. Okay. I can't carry all of this. I can't carry the jackhammer. And it left my gallon jugs. I didn't think we had that much stuff. I really didn't. I thought we had... How much space is left in it? We can't see in that menu. Look here. No, look at the vehicle. Grab the vehicle. And now look. Grabbed. No, D. It's completely filled. What are you so full? I guess the books? I guess it's the books is taking up the space. It's just because it's such a small cart. Man, I can't pick up all this stuff. I'd have to leave my jackhammer. We only have one jackhammer, and I can't carry all the gallon jugs. You know what? We'll leave the fluids. Oh, man. What can I leave that doesn't... You know, we don't need to take everything with us because we are going to be coming back. So let's just drop here. What do we not need to take with us? I really don't need the jar of gasoline. We do want to take the books with us, even if they're just purple. I don't need nitric acid. I don't know why I have that there. The goo canister. The hot plate we can leave behind. We don't need that. I mean, there's a ton of stuff we don't actually need. I just thought we would be able to fit it all, so I picked it up anyway. I don't need matchbooks or lighters. These are so small, though. They're not going to give us that much space. I don't want to leave behind the hydrogen peroxide. I mean, I guess we could. We have more back at base. I just don't know how much. So I don't really want to leave that behind. We don't need the tourist guide. Doesn't matter. That takes up some space. Or the radio, really. Man, we only cleared up 15 liters. That still will not fit the jackhammer. I think we got to leave the jackhammer behind. I really don't want to. I don't need both chemistry sets. Oh, man. I guess I don't need the entrenching tool. We're not going to be able to fit. The jackhammer's so big. How big is the jackhammer? No, jackhammer. 36 liters. Oh, no, that's length. That's length. That's length. Look at the jackhammer. How many liters do you take up? Only about 5. So we can fit that in there. I thought that would be much, much bigger. So go ahead and pull that jackhammer into the shopping cart, and we could take the fluids with us if we wanted to. I don't see a reason to do that. It's the jackhammer I really wanted to take, because we might need that as we're exploring. We might need to jackhammer into something. So we should have everything. Our M4 is on our person. We have all that ammunition yet. Okay, we should be good. I think we're good. We can leave everything else. That's fine. Our flashlight is dying. You can see the radius is much smaller than it used to be. I believe it reduces as you run out of charge. You'll see we are basically out. Why don't we turn this off, unload it, and reload it? And that should put, it should give us a menu. Oh, that's the wrong key. Flashlight reload should be a good, there we go. Okay, and we'll turn that on. Again, just because we're traveling underground, there are some monstrosities down here we need to be mindful of. So we're just gonna haul this back. What was I talking about? Oh yes, ghost story, of course. So I got my stuff. I was all by myself, and I got this really weird feeling like I'm not alone. There's somebody looking at me. Like I said, it's an area I very frequently, as I'm leaving, there will be drunk people, you know, at 2, 3 in the morning. I don't know when the bars close, probably about 2 in the morning. And they're just drunk people everywhere. There are guys who literally run in the street who are drunk or high. I don't know what's going on with them. Sometimes they approach my car. It's very uncomfortable because I just don't know what you do in that situation. So I just sort of keep the windows up, and I just try not to acknowledge them if they're clearly intoxicated. So, which I don't know if that's the right call. You know, I'm a big guy, but I also don't I don't have a gun in my car or anything, so I'm not gonna, you know, I have nothing really to warn them off if they got aggressive with me, which I don't think they would, but you know, it's just one of those things. Let's go all the way up with this. There's not a clear path. That's okay. Yes, we can go through the sludge here. It's fine. We'll take this stuff up. Ignore the brainless. I don't think you'll become a problem immediately. So we've hauled all this stuff up. Remember, there are a ton of enemies in this area. Remember, to the south, we had a huge sewer with like 10, 12 technicians, which we really don't want to come over here. So shooting our gun would be a terrible decision. Now what I'm hoping is that we were underground beneath that kind of, so maybe they've migrated off at the sounds of our gunshots. There's no sound dampening based on Z levels in Cataclysm. Like, all of this is obviously like dirt and stone. In real life, you would never hear something in a subway multiple Z levels up, but dirt and stone in Cataclysm, they don't completely remove that sound. At least not yet. They did talk about doing that. I don't know if that's in the game. I don't think so. So it's possible they heard our gunshots despite the fact that we were way, you know, underground here. We're going to collapse our shopping cart. And honestly, if we get out here and there's a ton of enemies, we will just leave this stuff behind and come back for it later. Not really what I want to do. Hello, zombie runner. You got me in kind of a tricky spot here. I can't shoot you, and we're injured and slow, and our melee, and our cold medicine wore off, so our strength is even lower than usual. That's real bad. You're gonna mess me up, I think. We're gonna sprint. We're gonna go down. We're gonna run back. Oh, you didn't follow me. That's very nice of you. Our rucksack is dead, by the way. Drop that. I do hear the breathing sound. I said I would fix my sound packs between episodes, and I didn't because I completely forgot about it. Once again, very annoying. It drops my flashlight, so we actually have to drop the flashlight separately if we want to maintain that. Very annoying. Drop our rucksack. Okay. And then stop sprinting and just chill for a minute. See if it comes down. It didn't. I'm crouching. I don't want to be crouching. I really don't want to go up and fight you. I would love for you to come downstairs. Let's go up the other stairs. You cough heavily. Yeah, so we are not... It took me up literally the exact same stairs. Okay, you're moving off. Come back, please. We're going to melee this person. They're going to mess us up a little bit. You're just too fast to really easily deal with. Yeah. And we're missing a lot. I really hate this sound pack, by the way. Again, they just don't seem to be following me down the stairs. I don't know why. They end up following me most of the time. And it keeps putting me on these stairs. I thought we fixed that to where you'll go up the same stairs that are connected now. I'm just gonna face tank you, because I don't know how else to deal with it. I'm try to clear out this. Man, that wumping, I just hate. I know for most of you, you probably use this sound pack and it's totally normal. But for me, I'm so used to the other sound pack, this is really throwing me off. Okay, pulp. All right. In fact, you were a listener. You weren't a brainless. You were... Oh, the other one's a brainless, I guess. Let's have a peek outside here. See what's going on in the neighborhood. Pupating crawler. I don't see anything super dangerous. Let's wrap around the north part of the building. And go back here. We will shoot if we come down to like an emergency situation. Where's this shocker that I see? Flesh Raptor's not great. Shocker pretty far to the south, not a huge concern, as are these other zombies are pretty far away. I really don't want to melee this Flesh Raptor, but I don't know what else to do. Because if we shoot, we will trigger all those technicians, which we're going to see here in a second. See a tough zombie. Okay, a lot of standard zombies on the road, not great. We really should have cleared this area as best we could before we plunged in, just because there is a risk of them kind of all swarming us at once would be very, very bad. Nothing of value. Anyway, let's tell this story. No space for the heroine. Oh no, how will I live without you? See that shocker again? Far to the east. I don't know how we get back to base without ever shooting. Just doesn't seem feasible at the moment. Let's go back and get our cart, get everything hauled up here. There's a lot of enemies on that road down there. We kind of cleared out the area there, or rather we didn't see any in this area when we first came through, so I'm a little confused where they all came from, but okay. We can't deploy our cart. We have to go up here to deploy our cart because these bollards will stop us. Because I dropped my bag, so I don't even have the cart on me. Let's go back down. We're gonna lose this bag, by the way. It's gonna fall apart as soon as we get into combat. This is not great. I also hear enemies above us. Zapper zombie. Hey, bro. How did you get in here? Why are you in here? I wasn't making any noise. If I melee him, he's gonna zap me. I really can't shoot here. I don't know how. And underground, the nearest station is so far away. In this little random town over here, and it's so far to the car. I don't know what to do. I don't want to start shooting. We did put a suppressor on our gun. I just don't think it's enough. I think they're going to hear us and all the technicians are going to come over and we're going to lose our gun and we're going to get screwed and we're going to get murdered. Go up and shoot him. I don't know what else to do. Can't melee him. He'll hurt me every time if I melee him. I wish I knew how loud this was. Remember, we looked at the gun entry. It didn't show the change in sound. Recommended recoil. Recommended strength, I mean. Yeah, I don't see noise on here anywhere. Scroll down. Just not seeing noise, so I have no idea how loud my gun is. Just gonna have to work on the principle that we're okay. We hear something to the east there. We're gonna check the road, see if things are coming up to, yep. So they clearly heard that because they're migrating up here. I don't know what you do in this situation. I could leave the cart behind, leave all of our loot behind, and retreat to the east where we know things are a little bit more clear. These guys are not the issue. We could stand here and just take shots and put these guys down. The issue are the dozen technician zombies that are right next door. I'm gonna leave everything behind. I'll disable my flashlight for sure. I'm going to leave that behind. We're going to move east, and we're going to hope we can get past the technicians. Nope. Yeah. I don't know what good the suppressor is. Because we were what, on this tile? We shot, and they were down here. So we were a good 40 tiles away, maybe more than that, with a suppressor on our gun. And they still heard it and came over to investigate. And remember, they can yank your weapon basically at the edge of your vision radius, so I suspect they're just going to take our gun from us and we're going to be in a bad spot. So I'm going to head north, try to lose them in the buildings, and head east back to base. I don't know a better way to do this. Yes, I do. We're going to run to try and keep distance from them so they can't steal our gun. I'm gonna pop up on the roof. And there's a drain pipe on this side as well. We could fall. We do have a heavy load on our character. Let's rest. Get our stand back. If we pop down over here, we can climb up this ladder. There's no other way down from this building. We'd have to jump off the roof. Would not be a good decision. So what I'm hoping is that they'll come up, they'll wrap around this corner as though they were following us, and we might have enough clear space to sprint across without getting overwhelmed. Obviously, we don't know what's over here. We could just be putting ourselves in more danger. We really don't know. But that's what I'm going to do. Climb down. Yes. What building is this? It's a bar. No. None of this is good. Remember, the bank has UGVs at it. So they can obviously kill us in a shot or two. I don't know what to do. We probably should have just retreated back to the subway and put this problem off until later. I'm gonna get to the edge. We're gonna sprint across here. I'm going to just ignore you because you're just a standard zombie. Okay, so this is not gonna work. We need to go up again onto the rooftop, otherwise we're gonna get overwhelmed here. Of course, there's more enemies on the road. And this is, you know, a lot of people recommend climb west. A lot of people, when we first get new players, we recommend people to explore at nighttime. You lie down. Okay, first of all, don't lie down. They're destroying from the east and below. You hear blam. So the best thing we can really hope for at the moment is that UGV will clear out some of the monster density. Ignore all this. Oh, they're destroying the house. Are you shooting up at me? You shouldn't be able to shoot up at me because I'm not, I don't have the experimental FOV on. So they shouldn't be able to shoot up at me. Not sure why they took out part of the house, but that indicates that the UGV is firing directly at the zombies that were down here. The smart play is to stay up here for for like an hour or two and let them clear out. But I'm also very hungry, very tired, and thirsty. So I'm concerned about doing that. This is tough. I'm not sure what the right call is. Let's wait for like 5 minutes. Heard an alarm. Ignore, that's the bank. Oh, it's not the bank. What is below me? It's just an alarm from the house. So we've talked about this before. Some houses just have alarms on them, and it doesn't make sense. Sometimes they're tied to interior doors or windows, but not to other doors and windows, and it's just kind of a poorly implemented feature. And then when you add on top of that it draws enemies from basically the entire area around you. Every time an alarm goes off, it's really, really bad for the player, and it doesn't really make sense, and it's extremely frustrating. So now, even though we found temporary shelter up here, we're actually going to have enemies from basically everywhere coming directly at us. So this is not a solution. We have to go down. I think we're going to die. I think we're going to die to the UGV or the whatever the robot is. And they destroyed our access to that drain pipe, I think. So I don't know if we can get down the way we came up. There's a ledge here. Climb down. Yes. So you're not even dead, huh? Not even dead. I don't know. I heard the UGV shooting. And they destroyed the wall. Okay. I'm gonna... 3 feral humans as well. Pretty far north. But again, we've seen that our shooting obviously draws them from very far away. Just start shooting them. I don't know what else to do, internet. Hello, Shocker Zombie. Thanks for that. What did the robot even do here? Obviously, it didn't kill the enemies. I'm gonna fall back to this house. If the electricity clears out. Of course, there's a zombie here as well. Okay, we have a clear path. Of course, you grabbed me. Yeah, I think we're gonna die, internet. Hello, zombie reindeer. Yeah, we're gonna die. This is fun. Where is the, I can't see through the electricity where the... Oh, did the electricity destroy the drain pipe? Yeah, we're gonna die, internet. Oh, severe pain. Our speed is terrible because we're zapped. I guess we fall back and try to get on the other drain pipe, but I suspect we're not gonna make it. Yeah. Okay, climb south. Oh, we're prone again, I think. Yeah, we were prone again. Great. Internet. I didn't even get through my ghost story. Long story short, by the way, we're gonna chill because I don't know what to do. I need a minute to think about this. Long story short, I was leaving the facility. I found there was a van sitting there, parked like they do with their sold vehicles, and I saw a guy in it, and he was just sitting there. He had a ball cap on, just hanging out. He looked at me, kind of looked over. He wasn't doing anything. He was just sitting in his van inside of the security area. So inside the facility, you have to have a code to get in. And I thought it was a bit strange, you know. He looked at me, and he didn't have his lights on. He wasn't doing anything. He was literally just sitting and staring, and then looked at me as I drove by. I was like, okay, that's weird. And then the next day, I go back to work to do the same thing that I do every day. And when I drove by, I saw the same van. Not sure what they're destroying the building for. Saw the same van, and upon closer inspection, it was totaled. The back, I saw it the night prior. I thought his trunk was open, but it wasn't. It's actually destroyed. So the trunk is lifted and is seriously bent up metal and horribly trashed. And the vehicle was in terrible condition. Someone had obviously been in a very bad car accident. And it was the same van. And I was like, why was there a guy sitting alone in a destroyed van looking at me? And I hate that my brain went here, but I was like, that dude was a ghost, which is probably not true at all. It was probably some drunk who climbed the fence or something and needed a place to sit. But like, it spooked me out real good, internet. Do we have codeine in our inventory? No. Oh, our bag was destroyed. Great. So we literally have none of the stuff that we had in our inventory. No idea where that happened. So that's fun. I don't know what to do, internet. I think we're dead. We could stay up here for hours and hours and hours, but it's not going to mean anything. The zombies will eventually move off, at least somewhat out of the area, but probably not all of them. In fact, probably not even the majority of them. The majority of them are going to stay right beneath us. So I really have no idea what to do here. They're destroying the building. I gotta assume that scent probably permeates down a Z level like it does everywhere else. Everything else just goes through Z levels. So I think they're gonna be here. I think we sprint back for the subway and try to make it back underground. I really can't think of anything else to do. Remember, we did climb up here previously. There were some technician zombies right in the area. I suspect that they've moved off north at these sounds that we were making and our scent and all that. But I think a lot of them are clustered in the house. So if we climb down here and this is all glass, we're dead. They're just going to come through the glass and get us. I have no medication in my inventory. I have none of my normal tools, so we can't actually treat our wounds or rest up here or take painkillers to get some of our speed back. None of that is an option. I would have to wait for several hours for my severe pain to go away just to recover, you know, like 20% movement speed. So I suspect we will die. I'm a little frustrated, actually, but I don't think it's like the game didn't do anything wrong. This is just unfortunate decision making. Yes. I don't like that it did this. I'm annoyed because we should have come down where there was a drain pipe, and instead we climbed down the roof, through the roof and into the building. So now I'm stuck inside with this idiot blocking my path. I'm just gonna shoot you. Oh, you're skeletal, so it's gonna take like 3 shots to kill you, and you're gonna grab me. Oh, thank God you died in 1 shot. I can't believe it. Let's peek. We can't see through the bookcase. You hear whomp. Hello, dog. Those zombie reindeer really are after me. Let's go to sprinting. We're gonna sprint. God, they are fast. We're gonna sprint to the stairs. I don't really understand what's happening. It's not letting me open the door because I'm grabbed. That feral is gonna kill us. The rocks that they throw. I can't move, so we're gonna die. We're grabbed. It won't let me. Yeah, we're dead. Okay. I don't know what was going on there. I was trying to open the door. It would not open the door. I think because I was grabbed, I assume is why that happened. We were unable to open the door. We did die. I don't feel like I made bad decisions. I feel like I did. Maybe we should have gone back into the subway and tried to come up at another entry or another exit of the subway. We were already mildly wounded from being in the lab. I don't really know what we could have done. Once we shot in the area, even though we had a suppressor, even though we were like 50 tiles away, they all heard us and came right at us. And I understand suppressors are not silencers. That's like a movie thing. Suppressors don't actually silence a weapon. They're actually quite loud still. But 50 tiles is pretty freaking far to be hearing through building walls my gun going off. So I'm a little annoyed that they all started coming up at us. I'm a little annoyed that there are zombie reindeer in the town. They were for sure the big pain in our butt. They are incredibly fast. Even when we were sprinting, they were much faster than us. Don't know why they're here. Don't know why they were in the city, but they really messed us up. That shocker destroying the drain pipe obviously put things on hold, caused us some difficulty. Once we had our bag destroyed, I did not have access to our medications, so our speed was severely reduced due to our significant amount of pain. I don't know. I don't feel like I made a single like huge mistake that ended our life or anything like that, but I was frustrated with the playthrough anyway. Again, the end game in Cataclysm right now, not in a great spot, so I'm actually happy to be done with this because my whole life was spent like literally like 15 hours trying to find bionics, which we never found. Super frustrating, really made me not want to play the game anymore. So I'm really kind of happy that I'm going to be taking a break. It's a tricky spot because if I don't record a Let's Play, people are going to stop watching my channel because that's the majority of what people watch. But I do want to turn my attention a little bit more to my tutorial series, which maybe I'll take a week off and we'll focus hard on that and try to get, you know, a handful of episodes done. I don't know what I'm going to do. Anyway, I don't know what I should have done here. I don't know what we did wrong. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Some people seem to really like watching me die, so hopefully you enjoyed that. And we'll start fresh with a new series at some point in the near future. So for now, thank you for watching. There might be a brief interruption in content while I sort this out. And yeah, I will be back with more in the near future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.